Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very good morning. Thank you so much for this very generous introduction. Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, fellow educators and friends, I begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to my good friend, Ms. Rafia Mudassir, the conference president and CEO Nurul Huda Education, and all participants and speakers whose dedication to education enriches our collective journey. It is an honor to address you on this World Teachers' Day, a day to celebrate the custodians of learning and the architects of tomorrow. Now, before I begin my keynote, I'd like to give certain disclaimers. It will come across as verbose, loaded with jargon, and overtones of idealism. But the topic that has been assigned to me to speak on, schools as community centers, requires envisioning and reimagining. So whenever we are reimagining or re-envisioning, I think we start with optimism. And that's what I'd like to start my keynote with. And so here we go. So in today's world, which is marked by stark inequalities and urgent global challenges, schools must transcend their traditional roles and be reimagined as vibrant community hubs. These are spaces where collective thought flourishes, conscientious action is cultivated, and humanistic citizenship is forged. And we heard a lot of emphasis on humanistic citizenship, multiple literacies, and Dr. Fatma Dar's very, very important opening remarks. Central to this transformation is community building, a process that reinforces social cohesion, empowers local stakeholders, and creates a shared sense of responsibility for sustainable futures. Schools, when envisioned as true community centers, become the nexus where students, teachers, parents, and wider community members collaborate, not only as consumers of education or information, but as active participants in shaping knowledge, values, and practices that sustain both people and the planet. The daily interaction within these spaces build trust, foster inclusivity, and cultivate mutual support networks, vital for resilience in the face of social and environmental challenges which we face today, which we face every single day. At the heart of this transformation lies teacher agency, the capacity of teachers to act purposefully and constructively, to direct their professional growth and influence school culture and community impact. Teacher agency is pivotal in making schools center for sustainability and environmental stewardship. Empowered teachers are more than knowledge transmitters. They are innovators, they are mentors, they are advocates, and they are catalysts for positive and collective change. So why is teacher agency so critical? Because teachers possess insights into the needs of their students and communities that they're engaged with. Their autonomy enables them to tailor pedagogy, foster critical thinking, and embed sustainability into curricula meaningfully. When teachers exercise agency, they nurture students into active citizens who understand complex ecological relationships and their role in shaping resilient societies. So today, through this very prestigious platform, I'd like to submit a few deliberations or share a few recommendations for our education fraternity and to this August House. So for the teachers, please embrace continuous professional learning focused on sustainability and climate literacy. Integrate environmental themes creatively across subjects and champion experiential learning opportunities, such as community projects fostering eco-awareness and stewardship. Lead efforts to engage parents and community members as partners in education. For school leaders who set the vision, who set the tone, and who are the torch bearers of the school culture and re-envisioning schools as community centers, please empower your teachers through decentralized decision-making, provide resources and flexibility to innovate, foster a collaborative school culture that values teacher inputs and encourages partnerships with local communities and local community groups. position schools as accessible spaces for dialogue, capacity building, and collective action, addressing local social and environmental issues. Because localized and creative problem solving is really the way to go. And we have, again, I would refer to Dr. Fatma Dar's very, very insightful presentation. We saw how important it is to embed the life skills, the humanistic aspect of education, and the value systems into our curriculum and pedagogies. For our students, engage actively as co-creators of knowledge. Participate in sustainability clubs, lead peer education initiatives, and contribute ideas to shape school environmental policies and community outreach. Your voices are vital in driving meaningful action and strengthening intergenerational bonds within communities. For parents and communities, please support school initiatives by reinforcing eco-conscious values at home. Participate in school governance and outreach, and collaborate on community problem solving. For our policymakers, and I hope some of us are sitting here, please invest in teacher capacity building and institutionalize climate and community-based education curricula as foundational. Develop policies that decentralize authority, foster school autonomy and accountability, prioritize funding for sustainable infrastructure and incentives for schools, exemplifying environmental leadership and community engagement. I know all that is loaded jargon and verbose and it's riddled with overtones of idealism, but that's the disclaimer I gave right at the start of my keynote, that it will come across like that, and I have deliberately framed it like that. So before I conclude, I'd like to talk about the institution that I'm representing today. It is a legacy institution, the Teachers Resource Center, and we've been working for the last 40 years. Yes, we complete 40 years next year. And our journey embodies this very philosophy of teacher agency and empowerment. We have empowered educators throughout Pakistan through contributing 2 curriculums to this country and our ongoing CPD programs. So the first curriculum was on early childhood education. This was back in 2002, which TRC spearheaded. And the second, more recent one, on climate change education. This is Pakistan's introductory curriculum from grades 1 to 10, and we launched it last year. And our advocacy, our community building, and a lot of convincing with the policymakers continue to institutionalize it through the mainstream policy making and take it to every classroom across Pakistan. And again, once again, I would refer to Dr. Fatma Dar's presentation, and she very categorically mentioned that now it is mandated by UNESCO also that climate change education or environmental literacy should be embedded in the curricula in the classrooms by 2025. So we're already at it. It is an indigenous effort. We are the #1 most vulnerable country as far as climate change is concerned, and environmental literacy must be integrated and not seen as an outside intervention. It has to be it has to run progressively from early grades to the secondary grades and then into higher education domains. So as we commemorate World Teachers' Day, let us recommit to elevating teacher agency and reimagining schools as inclusive, empowering community centers through collective responsibility and visionary leadership. Hopefully, we can nurture generations equipped not only with knowledge, but with the will and wisdom to create a just, sustainable, and hope-filled future grounded in strong communities. With that, I close my keynote. Thank you so much for being very patient listeners. So I don't see, where is Ms. Rafia Mudassir? So we have a panel discussion which I'm supposed to moderate, so should I just?
Thank you so much, thank you so much, Ms. Ambreena Ahmed. Let us once again extend our heartfelt gratitude for her inspiring word and visionary leadership. Her dedication to empowering teachers and shaping the future of education truly motivate us. Now we would like to request the conference chair, Ms. Rafia Mudassir, and Rotarian Captain Sajid Mahmood, Principal, Bahria University, to present the token of thanks to Ms. Ambreena Ahmed.